Today we're going to do a little beach waves tutorial. This has been a pretty popular request lately for that kind of textured, loose look. This is obviously going to be done on day 2 hair on me. You could still do this on clean hair as well. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But to start, you're just going to kind of get any tangles out. You don't have to be real thorough, just so you don't have any dreadlocks hiding in there. To prep the hair, we're going to use a little bit of Avapui Texturizing Sea Spray. I like this because it's actually pretty hydrating for a sea spray, but it gives you a nice, good, kind of gritty texture that you're going to want in there for your loose, beachy waves. And you can be pretty liberal, and you're just going to spray that in there, scrunch it through, get some nice texture going on, and really spread that around with your fingers and kind of rough it up a little bit. I don't want it soaking wet, so I'm really going to make sure that that's evenly distributed. The next thing you're going to use is a good working spray or a light hold hairspray. I love Paul Mitchell's Worked Up. It's just going to give my hair a little bit of hold, but it's not sticky and it's not going to feel heavy in the hair. So pretty light misting of that just all over, kind of work it through a little bit. And once we get that through there, we're about ready to start curling. So you're going to be able to take pretty big sections here, and you can vary your section size. It doesn't have to be perfect, they don't have to be squares, but anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches. And you're just going to take that piece of hair and wrap it around the barrel of a curling iron. This is a 1-inch iron. You could go up to, I wouldn't go much bigger than 1.25 inches, because that's going to give you the best hold, and you're taking pretty big sections, so that wave is going to be pretty loose, even though we're using a little bit of a smaller iron there with a 1-inch. So I'm just taking big sections. I'm varying the direction that I'm wrapping it, and as you can see, I'm holding on to the tail of that section of hair, and I don't really lose my grip on it, so as I rotate around the barrel of the curling iron, that hair is kind of twisting as well, so that's going to give you some more of that more natural looking texture. And you don't have to go every other section backwards, forwards. You can alter it and make it as random as you want. That's actually going to give you the most natural, the most beachified look, I think. So you can see I'm not really letting go of the ends, and I'm just going to wrap that around, and that's going to give your ends a little bit of a twist there. So I think it's also important that you start on the top sections of your hair, the top layers. That's going to help kind of lay the groundwork for how this style is going to lay nicely for you. So I just work around the top of my head. I start in the front, work my way to the back on one side, and I just kind of roughly grab some pretty big sections, as you can see, of all the top layers or the shortest layers of my hair, and just kind of vary how I'm wrapping them around the curling iron here. You're also, you'll notice I'm kind of leaving out about the bottom between 1 inch and 2 inches depending on the section of my hair, so you don't have to worry about getting your fingers super close to that iron and burning yourself, because you kind of want to leave those ends a little bit rough there, so they don't need to be wrapped all the way around the iron to the very, very ends there. You can leave a little bit out, and that's going to kind of give us that nice done but undone look. So once I get to the center back, I do just go ahead and start on my front and the other side. And I've got kind of some long bangs that are in the process of growing out, so I kind of do those separate, and I'll address those later. They can get a little crazy sometimes. If you have shorter bangs, you can definitely still do them straight. You can wrap them a little bit differently, braid them out of the way. That's always kind of a cute look with this messy hair. This messy wavy hair business. And you can see my section sizes, they're not very uniform. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, and that's just gonna give us the best end result, the most natural beachy look here. And depending on your iron and how hot your iron gets, you'll want to hold the hair on the curling iron wand for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds or so. And that should get you where you want to go. If you find when you're unwrapping your hair from the iron or when you drop it, it's not holding that shape, like you can see mine are looking like little curly cues there. If yours aren't holding that shape, you'll just need to hold them around the wand for just a little bit longer. Now, once you've got basically the whole top section or all the top layers of your hair curled, you'll start working to the back and the underneath. If you've got shorter hair, if you've got like an A-line cut or something that's shorter in the back and shorter underneath, you can actually probably just get away with a little bit more hairspray or a little bit more texturizing sea spray and kind of scrunching that up. If your hair is short enough to the point where some of those underneath layers or underneath lengths would not wrap around the iron, you can still achieve that messy look by just kind of scrunching those ends under, and your top layer should lay over and just look nice there. As I'm working through the sides and through the back, I'm kind of just grabbing pieces in between the curls I've already curled on top and keeping in that random size and wrapping pattern, going back and forth, bigger and smaller, and just working through the underneath of my hair. You can see I don't really section anything out of the way. This doesn't have to be super clean, super technical or perfect. You can kind of just grab in between those curls and start wrapping. So now we said this is obviously on day, knowing me, 2 or 3 hair. I have a serious dry shampoo addiction. If you would rather do this on clean hair, you can absolutely do that too. What I would do is spray in the texturizing sea spray when your hair is damp and kind of towel dry it, let it air dry as long as you can. And then I would just kind of blast dry it, just flip your head over, get it dry, run your fingers through it. You're just really kind of rough drying. And then you would basically start where we started at the beginning of this video, with a little bit more of the texturizing spray, kind of scrunching that through, getting any tangles out, and then you would just start curling from there. So, but this is a great look for kind of a lazy day or day 2, day 3 hair that's already got a little bit of texture, maybe a little bit of product in it. And it's pretty quick and easy. So, but definitely possible on clean, dry hair. And this is actually possible on any hair type and texture. We've included some pictures at the end of this tutorial from one of our lovely, beautiful guests who she's got pretty fine, very silky, straight hair. And we were still able to achieve this look on her. So it's really just all about the product and curling, and you can definitely achieve this look no matter what your hair type. So this is what you're gonna end up looking like. Kind of messy, kind of crazy. And I like to go ahead and just mist in some of the Avapui finishing spray. It's nice because it's got some good hold, but again, it's not sticky. It's not gonna give me helmet head. So I'm gonna be able to get my fingers through there. And right now, all you just do is maybe a little bit of head banging. You can flip your head over, you can flip your head side to side, just kind of scrunch through there, finger comb through there, shake it around, and come on back up, crazy 80s hair. And you'll just want to finger comb through, play with any pieces that are getting kind of wily on you. Arrange those, scrunch those around until you kind of have your desired look. You may need to rewrap some sections depending on your hair type, or if you were maybe a little too aggressive with the finger combing. And then just to make it loose and less uniform, you can kind of rough up your hair and pull those curls apart. And that is about that. You can hit it with another round of hairspray if you feel the need. But that is our loose, messy, beachy waves. And this is our fine-haired guest, Cara. And She's got her beautiful beach waves, even in her silky smooth, fine hair. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out www.locksstudio.com for more tutorials. Have a good day!